Absolute scenes as we see drama at the end of that one. Brilliant surfing. You know what? Let's get a bit more of that because we're looking at live action. We're looking at Italo Ferreira, his first right here, pushing real hard, just flexing out that tail, and then he goes into the tube and it will completely disappear. Italo adjusting the feet now, gives it a sting. Once again, he'll blow the tail out and reverse. And then just slicing off the top, throwing absolute buckets, making it look cool as well. You can see that tension in his body as he is very much in control where that surfboard is going right now, hammering away for the finish as well. Italo Ferreira straight at it, all energy, all action, all over the wave there. And these semis, such high quality. The first one was unbelievable. The second one is kicking off real well as well. We'll get a score in a moment for Italo Ferreira. We're still kind of processing on the ends of that last one. They're coming thick and fast here, but we expected to see a load of quality in these semis. We're getting it. We've got a surfer through to the final. Let's go and hear from him. Rio Wider.
Thanks so much, Paul. Rio, walking up here, you have so much energy in the basin. You come up here on the deck, everybody is clapping you in. How are you feeding off of this environment?
It's a pool party, you know, everybody here on the deck, you know, drinking and cruising, you know, look at this beautiful place. I wasn't imagining when I was a grown to come surf in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to be here and many more. Feel like I pushed my level on my last heat, so next one I'll push a little more. So I'm excited, I'm happy, and thanks everyone for support. You know, Rio Wider shows more coming.
What do you have to tap into to push even harder in this final?
Just go surf, to be honest. Man, I will have 4 waves, so, you know, my last heat, I fall off 2 waves, you know. So I was like, and I talked to Reynolds, you know, I think that's my first fall, you know, in this event. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm a human, you know, I make mistakes. So told Reynolds, okay, what's next, you know, now, what's now? So, and my first ride, I did good, you know, I felt like I pushed, and then I only got 8 something, so I was like, ooh. But, you know, on the back end, I was like, I need 7.2, so I just kind of calculated and did the job done, so I'm stoked.
We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Thanks, AJ. Wow, what a story into the final here. There was just a little moment before his second run. Just as Snake was debriefing with Ethan, he says, yeah, pressure's on him. And Reynolds was like, yeah, pressure's on him, but didn't necessarily as if it was in a bad way. And he was kind of relishing it. I think he had a feeling what was coming. Let's get caught up on the opening wave, the right for Italo.
Yeah, he stomps these couple of first turns. Sort of gets himself a little bit out of rhythm on the second one. Overcooked it, but placed himself really well in that tube, nice and deep. There was a couple of moments here that I thought, I mean, it's a well-surfed wave, but, I mean, you look at that critical nature of that turn, he really risked the whole rest of the wave. I do feel that potentially when he's stringing this next right that he gets together, I think he's going to clean a couple of little things up here, but regardless of that, it's still it's still going to be a healthy score. I just feel that there's...
Yeah, pretty deadly in both directions, but definitely the left. Historically, it's been the strength for Italo. He actually, there's a couple of events at the surf fronts, didn't make a lot of heats last time out, went all the way to the final. He's close to it again here. He's in the tube, he's traveling. Out he'll come, Ferreira up to the lip. He'll hang one up, drop down to the flats again. Look how much airdrop he gets before going the layback pocket jam. Now he's thinking about building up some speed. I was wondering whether it would be tube or air. It will be the latter of the two options. It's a massive alley-oop, so much ground covered, and then a really cool Zorro slash, another little head dip, and a little 3 off the suit as well. How about that?
You know, when he went up for that alley-oop, he travelled so much ground, I almost thought he was going to hit the train. I was like, holy. You see, let's wait till this replay goes. I mean, he travelled such a big distance in the air just then. I mean, that was pretty crazy. He's just so fired up. What a good performance. Just slashing his way through these first couple of turns. Look at how much he buried the rail of the board on that second carve. Positions perfectly in this tube. Absolutely stuffed. Comes out. and then just gets into these dynamic turns, airdrops down. You can just tell how critical he is on those 2 turns. Just by that pure factor of that airdrop. Throws in a Larry layback for a little bit of variety. And then this is the moment. Okay, let's just see this. He just lines his section up, hits that. I mean, he just gained so much ground. And he's getting this on lock, right? It's looking almost computer-like. It looks like we're playing Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer right now. It's just he's got this on lock. It is actually insane. Let's watch super slow-mo. Shifts that weight forward. Gathers a lot of speed. Pops it up. And just travels so far, landing completely out in the flats. But he's got it on lock now.
Partly through a relationship with the ocean and Mother Nature and the rhythms of the ocean. Right now, really just tapping into his own rhythms here. His right will come up now, and he'll get involved in our second semi. Surfer out of Western Australia, Jack Robinson, doing some nimble work on the outside, real creative into the tube, and he does it really dynamic. So just compressing with the knees and then just tosses up a really steezy, almost kind of lazy air reverse. Look really cool.
Wow.
And then a nice little angry snap the slide into the lip, and he wants a ramp here. He'll go big alley-oop of his own. He'll make that and then slice in. Even just dynamic with that recovery turn as he chops his line, redirects, a finger flick for the finish. What a second semi.
Oh, wow. What a way to answer back. I mean, that was super incredible to watch. He's just cat-like, and he's also just so calm. You know, he stands up and he's making this look effortless. He's making it, at this big setup turn here, he's actually created coping for himself to hit. So gets the fin release. It's this next moment, lip line, stomps it straight into the tube. I mean, how creative is that? It's just sort of, you know, theatrics, really. It's really cool. It's something that we haven't seen. The only person doing that is really Jack. And then risking the whole wave once again in that midsection. Super critical. Through the lip again for another fin throw. And then lines up the end section, much like Italo, gets the alley-oop. So gets that progression as well once again.
Of course, both of Italo's wins, they've come actually in finals, WSL finals, which feels pretty significant, as is this wave here for Jack Robinson, in terms of putting his run together and answering back to the solid numbers already posted by Italo. Jack's deep here, real deep, he's disappearing. That is just foam ball wizardry from him. And then look at that, just flicks that thing up, real nonchalant. And the control's crazy good, another one. Got a bit of time here to line up this thing, take aim.
Wow.
And travel through. Jack's out. And he'll kick up a reverse. Won't get completion on the landing there. Just didn't quite get it, just a little stumble. Prior to that, really, really well. Surf wave. His form is great. His confidence is up. This clash, so much going on right now.
Matrix. No need. They don't start correct. They're watching the quality of what you're doing. Give them the power. You're stronger. You're stronger. Power. It shows. Find your feet. Settle.
Here we go. Let's break down Jack Robbo's last wave, this left. I just love the entry he has into these tubes. Just a bit more creative and a bit more, something different to look at as he gets absolutely coned on that one, sitting right on the foam ball. Fins free, really loose, and I mean, series of well-timed backhand hits here. He's chasing a 6.91, gets really tubed. I'm thinking, you know, whether or not he makes this last turn, it's still going to be a pretty solid number just with the work that he got done out the back. Pops that reverse there, but it is just a bit too steep to find the landing spot. I mean, right where he's trying to do that reverse. It is just so sucky. It is so cupped out. He almost sticks it. But I'm thinking there was already some serious damage done prior to that. So we heard Reynolds say to Italo before he went out, you've got this, you're strong, you're powerful. Let's see what he's got on this second run here.
Affirmation coming in. Saw how focused he was and determined. Quite a lot of intensity as well, and that facial expression from him. A lot of intensity in his surfing as well. This is really loose and nimble sort of stuff. You see just the extras he gets there like that with the tail and again.
Wow.
So not opting for the barrel in this first part. And really dynamic maneuvers. Look how much release he's getting from that tail. So much squirt. He'll reverse that one out and recover. And now a setup. And he just squats for the tube and completely disappears as well. So very well managed. There's a big rangy carve and snap. Another, a third from him, giving it absolute pelters, loads. You think about, reminds me a bit of just a mirror image of that wave that we saw from Rio Wider with those 3 cracks on the end, the tube time as well. Italo Ferreira, great chance of improving the 6.83.
Yeah, big score loading, I'd say. That was so well done. I mean, sort of went to his strengths there, which was the power. That's what Reynolds was telling him. You're powerful, you're strong.
Doesn't try and get that first tube section.
Yeah, which I think is actually super smart. I mean, he's using what, you know, Reynolds said is his strength, his power. And look at it here. I mean, such a great demonstration of that. And these are not easy sections to hit. He basically grinded. Those couple of 2 turns that we just saw, he's 3 turns across that lip, 4. I mean, just with so much power too. They're not, you know, you could easily get mistaken between tail sides and grinding across the lip with no power, but he is doing it with power as well. So tricky to do. And then he registers, okay, I'm on my way to a good score here. Let's just stuff it in this tube. Let's not do anything too crazy here. Just get the finish. Be calculated here at the end. But this is going to be a hefty score. I mean, look at that moment. Just so critical. Here we go. This is one of those moments. He's literally grinding across the lip of that wave with so much power and acceleration. Once again, here we go, number 2. Grinds across the face of that lip as well. And you can just see how critical it is. When he lands, those fins are just disengaging and engaging again. Once again, for the 3rd time, grinds across that lip, just looking so large and in charge and in control. And just throwing a little bit of creativity in there as well.
Just absolute class. Now a chance to improve again for him. So Italo wants to get to the final. Went there last time out, didn't get the win. It stung a bit. Let's see how he goes about getting back there right now. He's already on excellent numbers. He's in the tube right here, behind the curtain, disappearing. Out he'll come.
Stop it.
He'll just waft one out. The air reverse on the face. Just adjusting that wetsuit cuff. There's a bit of a flex as well between the maneuvers. And now a ramp for him, Ferreira.
Holy.
He is having a hell time out there. Massive alley-oop again. And he'll snap the finish as well. So similar sort of stuff to what we saw before, but everything just feels even more intense, even bigger.
It's like he's locked into a sixth sense right now. I mean, he is absolutely large and in charge right now. That was such an incredible wave surfed by Italo. I mean, talk about going big or going home. I mean, he is leaving nothing on the table right now. Let me tell you, when he hits that surface deck, he is going to be one fired up human being. Let's see this wave. Let's break it down. In the tube. It's the moment after this that we're all really excited about. Pops it up in the air in the most critical section of the wave. And bangs off a couple of nice other maneuvers after this. And he's like, okay, let's line up here. Let's see what we've got. And just goes supersonic into the air. Once again, sort of a bit more critical even, if, as you will, landing in that cupped out section of the wave. And beautiful claim there. It's just stunning work. But this maneuver here, critical section of the wave, the rest of the wave at risk. You can see how difficult that landing was. Has to be. flamboyant.
It's outrageous, really, from him. His approach is just mad. He's got so much amplitude, so much pop, but the audacity of where to do some of these turns, aside from just how technical, crazy big they are, they're absolutely huge. Italo Ferreira, what a second semi we're seeing. Rio Wider awaits in the final. Who's he going to match up against? And here he is, just watching the replay there. Look at him. I mean, you would enjoy it, wouldn't you? And similar to what Italo just did, he'll need to get an improvement on that. Just heard simple guidance, really, from Leandro before he went in. Go huge. Basic instruction. A little more of a complicated task of actually going out and doing it. If anyone is capable, Jack loves these kind of situations. Getting himself inside the tube. The early work's pretty smooth. And he'll go for an alley-oop. No one's tried to do one that early on the wave. Didn't get crazy high.
Timing maybe slightly off, but you got to give it to him. He's trying something, you know, obviously just registering, okay, Italo's left, where did all those points come? It came from that critical section straight out of the barrel. So Jack kind of leaving nothing on the table. He did go for it. Maybe that timing just ever so slightly off.
The tube's been more open, cleaner on the face. Bigger numbers have been coming throughout on this, mainly for the goofy foots. There's the asterisk to that point. Here's Jack Robinson getting set up here. And he'll push hard. He'll try and reverse out of the top on the initial section. He'll put it down. Just check the official result. Ferreira, he heads to the final. So second stop of the CT. And a final we'll see here historically in Abu Dhabi.